My name is Michael Dal Pra, and I've been a volunteer with ODA since 2022. I first heard about ODA through a local dive club. We had just moved here and started diving with a dive club, and we met some people in the dive club who were active in ODA, and we had intended to volunteer when we got here, and so it just kind of all fell into place. We got connected with these folks, and they invited us to do our first experience was actually here at Hawai'i Pier in 2022. So I'm most impressed about, there's a lot of things to be impressed about, the length of time that it is run, the founder's experience in conservation, running way back to the Greenpeace days and affiliations with other, Sea Shepherd and other things like that, and all of his experience that he brings to Ocean Defenders Alliance, and just the volunteers all over the archipelago and California, the dedication of everybody show up doing really difficult, kind of filthy cleanups like this. So I'm really impressed from top to bottom, really. I think the organization's really great. I volunteer with ODA. I get a lot out of it. I feel like it's a way to give back to an environment that I love. I've wanted to dive since I was a little kid, and I've always loved the ocean and marine biology and ecology, and so it's a small way to try and offset some of the environmental damage that we just kind of do on a continuous basis with just existing here and living. I do think that the work makes a difference in the oceans. We do see some sites you can go back to, and in a month later it looks exactly like it did. Other sites like this one over the last 2 years have transformed significantly, pulling out over 400 tires, and now when you dive it, you can see a vast difference in what it looks like now compared to what it looked like 2 years ago. So I do see an impact. So a really kind of crazy experience we had last Earth Day. We were diving in the Hawaii Canal. It's very silty and dirty. Two cool things happened. One, there was a slipper lobster all tangled up in monofilament, and we found it, and it was tangled, and it was trying to back it up into a puka, and its little friend, you could tell, was wanted to go back in the hole because we were right there, but actually wouldn't leave its buddy. And so they kind of stuck together. We were able to cut them loose, and then they were both able to scurry back into the cave. So that was pretty cool, just seeing that kind of relationship we don't think arthropods have, but it was there, and that was really neat. On that same dive, there was like a silt-looking bullet at the bottom of the canal, and I thought it was a piece of like a boat part. And I grabbed it, and as soon as I lifted, I saw the flea cone markings, and I dropped it, and I picked up a cone shell that was as long as my knife open by its aperture, and I just dropped it. So that was the closest I've come to possibly getting mortally wounded on a dive in Hawaii. So dive regularly. Used to dive at least every weekend. In the last 6 months, my work situation has changed. It's gotten considerably busier, so not diving every weekend anymore, but definitely at least every month for ODA, and then some other additional dives as well. Lanai Lookout is one of my favorite shore dives, and then I'm also diving locally. Really like the Navy Tug and the Pinnacles out off Ava Beach. So those are favorites here. And then a lot of diving that I've done before were in the Keys, and really enjoy the soft coral in the Keys, and and the wrecks down there. Cool place to dive. So do I see garbage in the ocean when I dive? Yeah, yes. Sadly, honestly, I don't think I've been on a dive where there isn't garbage, and we're picking up something, plastic, t-shirts, rugs, blankets, cans. It could really be anything, but always, every dive, there's always something. People should donate to ODA because it is an upright, very honest organization, very fair. It's been around a long time and has established that, reputation and ethics. And I think that people should also donate just to it's a dedicated group of people trying to make a difference in marine ecology, and I think that's really important as the biomass in the oceans is shrinking and the migration patterns are changing, and the pollution is, we're just discovering how, I think, polluted it really is. And it's one of the organizations really trying to reverse that as much as possible.